Dear students, we are moving to the next video lesson from the chapter Public, Private and Global Enterprises. And in this lesson, you will learn more about public corporations or statutory corporations. Public corporations or statutory corporations. So, in the previous video lesson, we learned about what is departmental undertakings, one of the public sector enterprises, and next one is public corporations or statutory corporation, another form of public sector enterprises in India. So, statutory corporations, statutory or public corporations. Statutory corporation, that is the effective word we have to remember. Statutory. These type of organizations are formed after passing a statute in the parliament. So look at the meaning. A public corporation is that form of public enterprise which is created as an autonomous unit by a special act of the parliament or the state legislature. Special act, that is statute. So by passing a special act in the parliament or legislative assembly, they are creating these type of organization. So what is the ultimate aim? For the providing service to the public, for the development of a country, for the development of a particular state, different regions. These type of organizations are created by passing an act in the parliament. Some examples are here: Reserve Bank of India, the topmost bank in India, controlling the entire banking system in India. Indian Airlines Corporation, Life Insurance Corporation of India, then Air India, Oil and Natural Gas Commission, Industrial Finance Corporation, State Bank of India, Unit Trust of India, Kerala State Road Transportation Corporation, Kerala State Industrial Development Corporation. Lots of examples are there for the concept of public corporations or statutory corporations. Remember, what is statutory corporation? It is the organization or public sector enterprise which is created after passing an act in the parliament or state legislature. So, what are the different features or characteristics of these organizations? First one is, it is created by a special act. It is created by a special act in the parliament or state legislature. What is the second one? Separate legal existence. Separate legal existence means the organization and the parties are, its members are two different entities, and it is wholly owned by the state or the central government, and it is managed by a board of directors. Sometimes there will be private parties also nominated in the board. Then it has financial autonomy. Autonomy means they have their own freedom to collect fund from different sources and utilize it for their own purpose. No more strict interference of government. So they can take their own decision for regarding the fund collection and its use. Then employees are appointed according to the terms and conditions of the corporation. They have their own rules and regulations. As per the terms and conditions, they will appoint the employees in the corporations. Then it is not subject to budgeting, accounting and audit laws of the government. They have separate laws regarding the budgeting, accounting and auditing of these type of corporations. It is not much similar to the government. No need to follow the government rules and regulations. It can enter into contracts in its own name. These type of organizations can enter into contract with their own name. They can purchase land, they can purchase property or any other thing. Then a public corporation works primarily for service and profit is only secondary. They are working primarily for providing service for the peoples of the society and the entire country, and profit earning is the secondary criteria. So these are the main features regarding what are the different features or characteristics of public corporation or statutory corporation. So maximum The points are given in the explanation. You can also develop your own explanations. What are the advantages? Some of the points from characteristics are repeating again here. This is autonomous body. That is the first primary advantage for public corporation. Autonomous body, that means they can take their own decisions. Sometimes it is a combination of something, means it combines the advantages of both the departmental undertakings and the privately owned companies. Why? Because privately owned companies, they are working for earning profit, and also departmental undertaking, they are working for providing service to the public. That is why it is main aim of the organization is earning, is not earning profit but providing service, but they are also interested to earn profit. So that is why it is a combination of a departmental undertaking and privately owned companies. And what is the third one? Not subject to political changes. Not subject to political changes means only limited control over the public corporation from political parties. There is flexibility of operation. They can take their own decision. So flexibility is there. They can come with their own decision for the working of the corporations. Its accountability to the parliament guarantees government control. There exists. Their accountability means they are accountable. These type of organizations are accountable for the state and central government. So there will be limited government control also. Then better salary and services are there for the workers in these type of statutory corporations. Then talented persons in the field of business are nominated in the board. Sometimes the experienced people from the private sector, from the society, are also nominated in the board of the public corporations. And remember, the primary motive of the public corporation is providing service rather than earning profit. They are interested in earning profit, but the primary motto is providing service. So these are the advantages of public corporations. And only few limitations are there for statutory corporations. Sometimes there will be more government interference in the day-to-day working of these type of autonomous organization. So government interference will be there. Then any change in the function and requirement, amendment of the act is necessary. If they want to change function or mode of operandi, they have to amend the act in the parliament. So only after passing the meeting, they can take decisions regarding the functioning of the organization. And here also limited amount of competition. Absence of competition and profit motive leads to inefficiency. Sometimes the functioning of the organization will be inefficient, maybe due to the absence of competition. So these are all the concepts regarding what is statutory organizations or statutory corporations, public corporations. So remember, some more examples are here. Just watch this picture. What are the different corporations available in India also? So statutory corporation, a small topic, another form of public sector enterprises which started by passing an act or statute in the parliament or state legislative assembly, and the main motto is serving the society and earning profit, but they are giving more importance for serving the society. So we will watch the next type of public sector enterprises, that is government company, in the next video. So collect maximum life related examples from your locality to develop these type of public sector enterprises. So thank you for watching. So watch the video again and again, develop your own concept, and also try to collect the notes.